after his use of a racial slur during a city council meeting. CBS 42 News reporter Michael Clark is covering this after that incident was caught on camera.
As the video circulates across social media today, many are shaking their heads that a city leader would use the offensive language at a public meeting. Tonight, that city council member is responding. In the past few months, we've shown you contentious moments at Tarrant City Council meetings, but tensions boiled over during a meeting Monday when neighbors questioned some recent comments by Councilmember John Tommy Bryant and also Facebook posts from his wife about race.
The N-word.
I mean, I know I'm black.
Do we have a house in here?
Yeah,
Okay. Do we? Hey,
yeah,
do we? Would she please stand up?
Y'all are seeing this, right? Camera.
That's what Miss Freeman was called.
That's what the mayor called her. What do y'all think about that? Huh? Y'all like that?
In executive session.
Residents who were there say they are still in disbelief tonight, even if Bryant was repeating comments made by someone else.
We were astonished. I was like, this is the person that's supposed to be serving our community? Like, this is supposed to be our representation? This is, he has his own district in Tarrant? No.
Waynette Bonham says there's no excuse for Bryant to use the word, and she's calling on him to resign.
I think he should just go ahead, write up his resignation papers, and I think he should resign because he was way too comfortable standing up and using that word in front of a group of people of color.
Councilor Tracy Threadford is also calling for Bryant's resignation, but he says he's not going anywhere.
If you had the opportunity to redo yesterday, would you change anything?
No.
Why is that?
Because I did what needed to be done. It needed to be brought to light what kind of a person the mayor is in the city of Tarrant.
Now, we did reach out to Tarrant Mayor Wayman Newton for his thoughts, but he declined an interview, saying the video speaks for itself. We have statements from the Alabama Democratic and Republican parties condemning the language on our website at CBS42.com. In Tarrant, Michael Clark, CBS 42 News, local coverage you can count on.
Okay, so y'all just heard that right there. And shout out to Romel Slaughter on Twitter for sending me this right here. And some of you probably have already heard this story, but this is my first time actually bringing it to you. And sorry for it coming so late. Like I said, I've been getting so many stories. I've been on a marathon run right now. I can't count how many videos and commentaries I've recorded in just the last couple of days, not the last week. But that's okay because I'm glad that I'm busy. It's giving me something to do. So you have this guy right here whose name is John Tommy Bryant, who was an Alabama councilman. First off, it's Alabama. I'm not even surprised. So basically, he referred to this black woman that was sitting in the chair, and I actually saw in which direction he was looking at when he called her that. He called her a house nigger right there and said it so casually. Like he did not hesitate or anything. As a matter of fact, this thumbnail that you're looking at right here is from when they were asking him about if you could go and walk back what you said yesterday, would you? And notice how quickly he said no. He said no. He didn't. You know what? But that's what I like. I like my racists out in the open. Don't try to hide. Don't try to cover up. Let us know who you are. But I'm going to tell you this. Had I been in that room when he said that, I would have probably found a way to launch myself across that damn table. Because, see, there was no security around, or at least that I could see in the view, and punched him dead in his shit. If I would have had to catch an assault charge that day, so be it. I just wish a shoe, a chair, a phone, a book, something. Anything that wasn't nailed to that floor would have went across and hit his goofy looking ass that day. And he said that they said they're calling for him to resign, and he said he's not going to resign. And I know he's not going to resign. I know they're not going to fire him. But this is the thing. They give people like this an option to leave. After they do something like this, they get an option to walk away from their position. And do you think that with the option that they're given that they're actually going to do it? Hell no. He just said that he's not going to resign. He said he's not even going to walk back what he said. So do you think he's actually going to leave? No. He would have to be forced out. But they're not going to do it. As a matter of fact, this is the same state where that Governor Ivy, that chick, what did she say? She has said some racist stuff too. But like I said, it's Alabama. I'm not even surprised by that. This is Alabama we're talking about. Alabama has one of the most biggest racial histories in America, in the South overall. Still to this day. With his off-brand Bob Barker looking ass. And they want to say that racism doesn't exist. He just came out of his mouth and so casually let the words flow and called this black woman, a black female council member, a house nigger. But what made me upset is I know it was other black people in there and they just want to gasp and be like, oh my God, I can't believe you said it. Believe it. Why are you still sitting? Why didn't you get up and launch your ass like a damn cannonball at him and knock his ass the fuck out? Because like I said, I'm going to be honest. That's what I would have done. It would not have even been a delayed reaction. That's one thing that we as black people have got to stop doing. It is 2021. It is no reason why we should be shocked when people who look like this in a state like Alabama are saying the things that they say. If he casually came out of his mouth and said what he said like he did in public, imagine what he's saying behind closed doors. He just let you know who he was. I wouldn't be surprised if he had a goddamn Klan's robe in his closet. Trying to relive the good old days. I don't know how old this guy is, but he probably's been to a picnic or two. And y'all know what I mean when I say that. Like I said, black people, we got to stop having this delayed reaction when they do and say stuff like this. If you want to show that you're outraged, actually be outraged. And being shocked is not outraged. That's just being shocked. And I don't know about you, but you cannot be that damn shocked in 2021 when stuff like this is still happening. I mean, where have you been for the last couple of years? Under a rock? Y'all could have treated this like that time back in the early 2000s when that guy threw them shoes at George Bush. Now, granted, the shoes didn't hit, but at least he threw his shoes. Because he didn't like what George Bush was saying. This would have been I'm a bit like this. If he got a shoe launched at his ass and it connected, this could have been a perfect triple P right here. But since it isn't, it has to be what it is. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments.